I am Multi Talk. Welcome to this new video. Today, it's a review of the second episode of Bleach Thousand Year Blood Warfare. That was a great one. I will say this, I liked it much more than the first episode. And just like the first episode, guess what? I will not give away any spoiler from the manga. We will only give spoiler from this episode because we covered the episode, right? As usual, I will start off with my issue. I have 3 issues. 2 of these issues are really small. They didn't really affect the overall episode, but it's still issues I'd like to share. The first one, we still haven't seen Sasakibe fight. And this is an issue we had last week. He just suddenly dies to tell us, look how strong they are. But here's the thing. You can still show us Sasakibe. And if you show Sasakibe true strength by showing us the Quincy being able to beat him down, well, you basically tell us, the viewer, they are strong. Maybe they will fix it in the future, but because even the manga had the same issue, maybe they will not really fix it. And this will still bother me a lot at the end. But as I said, this is a small issue, and I had the same issue in the manga when Sasakibe died. My second really small issue is in the opening. I did like the opening a lot, but here's the thing. In the opening, there's a manga spoiler, and I think it's a big one. I will not speak too much about that spoiler because I will not spoil you the manga as I said earlier. But say this. Manga reader know what I am talking about. And if not, rewatch the opening, you will see what I mean. Now, with that being said, I did like a lot of the opening, and it's not the only anime slash manga that decides to spoil stuff in the opening or ending of the episode. And this is fine, but I still don't really like that because I'm like, any new viewer trying to point out theory and stuff, you will already know what will happen eventually. With that being said, it's a small issue, and the opening is still very good, and I liked it a lot. Now let's speak out about my biggest issue with this episode. The true issue from this specific episode. So, we speak about tone here. I think the tone of the episode is not that amazing. And here's the why. In one scene, we are really sad to learn that Sasakibe died. There's the music to make you sad. And then we get a comic relief. A funny scene where Nell is just falling from the sky and fall on Ichigo. This breaks the emotion. Listen to this to the end. Right after that funny scene, we are in the funerals of Sasakibe. So just because these two scenes don't work well together, that bothers me. That's my issue. This breaks the tone because one scene it's funny, the other one it's sad. The episode would be much better if the editing was different, if they just swap both scenes. You place the funeral right after the sad scene, and after the funeral, you move to the funny scene with Nell. But, as I said, that's my main issue here. And maybe you liked it. I did like both scenes, but they clash into each other, and that's an issue for me. Because when you're funny, it's fine. When you're sad, it's fine. But if you smash something funny between two sad things, you can break the tone. Should I have tears during the funeral? How can I have tears during the funeral if just before the funeral something funny happens? But here again, that's just me. Maybe I nitpick too much. Maybe I'm too critical. That's just my feeling. With that being said, this episode was amazing. And I liked it much more than the first episode. I will say this. The action was great. We get to learn, well, that Wako Mundo is being attacked. We also get to know more about the enemy. It's official, these are Quincy's. And the leader is merciless. He kills his own people. Well, I should say he kills his own soldier. And it's cool. I like it a lot. The music, as usual, good choice. Really good. The animation feels like 2022. So, props on that. It's good animation. I enjoyed my time watching. This episode adapted the manga very well, and I liked it a lot. Even if I had the issue with the tone and the funny stuff clashing into the emotional stuff, I still think that episode adapted the manga very well. And you can tell Genryosai is sad and messed up after losing his Yurtament. Now I really hope next week or another episode later on, I don't really care when, I really hope they dive deep into Genryosai and Sasakibe relationship like they did in the manga. And now this is not really a spoiler because I don't give away any detail about that. But I really hope it's well done and it's good. Because Sasakibe, I feel like he's that character that was there just to get killed off because Sasakibe. It's very sad to say. A lot of things happen. You realize Wako Mundo is under attack. Alibel, previous Espada number 3, is now the prisoner of the Quincy's. And we will have some action going on here because Ichigo, Urara, Chad, and Inoue are all going to Wako Mundo, and there's also some kind of divide there. Because Ishida is a Quincy, this adventure, he doesn't go with his friends into Wako Mundo. Yeah, shocking, right? Even if the friendship between Ishida and Ichigo evolved a lot and they do care about each other, Ishida remains a Quincy. We also get to see some of the Arankar. Sorry, I butchered the name. Some of the Arankar, basically the bodyguard of Alibel, the third Espada. They are getting destroyed by the merciless Quincy. And this is very interesting because in this episode we also learned that the Quincy, they basically kill most of the Arankar in Hollow they find, and sometimes they will try to negotiate some of them to turn them into soldier for the Bongen Reich. I killed that name, but hey, who cares at that point? I mean, they made it really hard to pronunciate for someone with an accent like me. What else? We get to see some of the Vizard being captains now and lieutenants of the Gote 13. And this is cool. I like that a lot. And we also learn that the unbalance will break soul society and the real world. Now that unbalance is created by the Quincy killing and destroying Hollows. There's so many soul in soul society, not enough on Earth, so this may break everything. In this episode, we also learned that the Quincy killed a lot of people really fast. Earlier I said I had only 3 issues. Now maybe I will add another one. Because after thinking about the episode, I'm like, I actually have another issue, and this is the last one here. This other issue is the fact that they tell us, instead of showing, a lot of Shinigami from the court guards died really fast. And this is a bit sad. Now, I won't speak about the manga right now, so I will stop here. I wished we had seen some of the action that was going on there in that short amount of time. Instead, they tell us, yeah, we lost a lot of soldiers when the Quincy's attacked. So, yeah. Outside of everything, I do think this episode was a strong A, like alpha. That's a good grade for me. Usually I give score out of 10, but I don't tend to review anime and manga, so I'm not quite sure how that would reflect my score. So yeah, I think we have A as a grade for this episode. It was a really good episode. I like the opening, the ending, the action, the animation, the music, the emotion when it wasn't clashing into each other. That was a good episode, and I'm really excited to see next week's episode. 1 week, it's too long to wait. Like, comment, and subscribe. We will see each other in future video. Have a great day.